What up? Coffee with Christie. It's been a while. Let me get started. Yeah, so, I mean, honestly, I'm just busy with real life. Just building the dream. So, yeah. Topic has been coming up quite a bit that, I thought I should just, I mean, the question is like come pretty often lately, so I am just going to try to say it once. Let me get ready. I hope y'all doing well. I'm not like, I don't know, just social media and stuff doesn't do it for me, you know. Yeah. So, secret societies, magic and discipline, spirituality, and what I want to say is if you are looking for me to tell you all the deep dark secrets of secret societies, this is not the video. I did used to do that stuff back in like 2006, 7, 8, 9. And then by then I'm like, okay, well now that we know all this stuff, what do we do about it? And then that's, of course, when I got crucified. Because you gotta pick a side, right? Or hate somebody, or fight somebody. So, back in the day when I was doing those shows, you know, and I think it's, you know, people need to learn what's out there. But also, when we're learning things, what you need to understand is that anything that's passed on, you know, book-wise, reading this and that, it's stuff that they want us to know, right? So you can follow these rabbit holes endlessly to the end of time, literally. I know people that are in their 70s and they're still just like glued to reading a book and finding out this secret, and you know, and that's cool, but I kind of enjoy the experiencing life approach myself, and with that, some of your views may even change or be altered, right? So back in the day it was like all this fear and oh, these are terrible and secret societies and you know, that's always wrong, right? But the truth is I understand it more now than ever. So let me try to simplify this. I'll try to just get it out there. So how hard have you worked on your path? And, you know, and not to compare, but just there's different levels, right? Like I have explained before that I believe that we're all in different classes, classrooms, right? So things that you say fall on deaf ears because people haven't reached that grade level yet, right? And you can be a multiple PhD and speak to a 3rd grader or a 7th grader or a high schooler or even a freshman in college. They're not gonna understand what you're saying. So whether that has to do with biology or astrology or spirituality, magic, the true ways of life, right? They're just not going to understand. And so that leaves lots of room and opportunity for people who want to keep you deceived to twist things, right? So let me bring up quickly religion. Not really religion, but many religions have used things like sexuality as a weapon. And what up, Bobby T? Aw, this was a wild cat, but here, you probably want to sit in my lap. That's cool. He's now a house cat. Okay. Religion, yeah. Sexuality as a weapon. So, you know, never do this, your body's evil and gross, and God said this, or you'll be punished, or this and that. Now, first of all, in religion, you don't need a middleman, right? Because don't you know the temple of God is within? All right, enough said. But that has caused lots of trauma and repression and messed up stuff, right? So, discipline gets a bad rap, right? So when you're like, oh, well, you know, they were wrong to shame me and this and that, and so the truth must be the opposite, and, you know, so there's different extremes, but if discipline and the reasons behind it were taught and discussed, and if religion wasn't trying to control you, then we would understand that there are certain rules in place for a reason. And since I brought up sex first, then obviously sexuality. Are you told before you go mix energies and liquids and create many lifetime long attachments with others? Are you taught that as a woman you're holding on to that in your womb, like maybe for lifetimes? Are you taught that ahead of time? No. Okay, so maybe discernment in things like sexuality was originally kind of put there while it's been, you know, deranged in the meantime, but maybe some rules are put there for a reason, right? So there's a lot of people in the so-called spirituality movement that want magic or believe they're spiritual and practicing magic, right? But if you're practicing, then you're not actually living it. So are you, which side of the fence are you actually on? You know what I mean? It's not a game, it's not a feel-good thing, it's not something to make you look good on Facebook or Instagram, okay? True magic just is, and it's a way of life, and you either live it or you don't. So getting back to rules and discipline, in the school analogy, if you have practiced things of discipline, like for example, diet, people will shame people that promote healthy diets. You know, oh, well, that's just for those people, but we've transcended that spiritually. Let me ask you this. If you don't have the self-control to control your diet or control your sexual urges, or let's say you have a heart problem or diabetes, and you don't even have the willpower, right, to tweak one or two maybe little things in your diet to help yourself, how much power, magic, spirituality, keys to the kingdom, true secrets of life, how many do you think you deserve, right? Like, you don't get in sports museums or make it to the top by just, you know, showing up to practice. Okay, and oh yeah, good job, you know. No, it takes discipline, it takes dedication, it takes, you're either in or you're out. It's not this weekend distraction thing, okay? So you live in purity and authenticity or you don't. So getting back to secret societies. Clearly, there's different levels, right? Or so what we hear about, right? Level 33-degree Mason didn't get there just because he was cool or just because he showed up at a couple weekend retreats, okay? They moved up the ladder like everyone everywhere, whether you're in the restaurant business or the movie theater industry or sales or steel or airlines, or you know what I mean? Like, there's always levels, and the more you dedicate yourself, the more answers you get. Well, the same thing with magic, the same thing with the secrets of life, spirituality, all these things that people say they want, but they just can't make their actions match their words. So yeah, I used to think that secret societies are such a bad thing, what an atrocity, like how dare you keep secrets? But again, when you're not disciplined enough, right? So again, if you can't control your own damn diet, even if it's for your own benefit, by taking responsibility for yourself and your own health, right? The quality of your temple, right? Don't you know the temple of God is within? If you do not have the discipline to take care of that, how many secrets do you think you expect? How much time should you dedicate to get that PhD or whatever, right? So are secret societies all that bad? Like most of this, I'll say 90+% of the people I have met throughout the decades claim to be spiritual or in spirituality circles or magic or this and that. Dude, it's fluff. It's shit to make them feel good. And then when they hear like real truths like this, they get mad, right? So then they have to avoid not only the truth, but the truth teller, because they remind you that, yeah, it does take some self-responsibility. I mean, think about that. If you cannot limit something in your diet to better your own health, how much should God or the spirits or whoever, whatever you believe in, how much power should they give you? That's the problem. When people go into magic, it's because they want power over someone or something. They're not even doing it for the right intentions, right? You think it's fun and games. Oh, hey, I can make that spoon float over here, or whatever. Or I can curse this person who did me wrong, or I can make this person love me. Dude, that's control freakism. I've already done those videos. But if your intent is to have power over someone or something other than yourself, then yeah, you're just practicing magic. You're playing with the children and you're fooling yourself that you're actually making a difference, right? Yeah, how much discipline do you think you should display before you are bestowed with these great powers you think you deserve? And what do you think should be the consequences of using these powers erratically, frivolously, or because of the intent of power? Do you think that you're truly karma fucking free and that you could just make everything and everyone else out there bend to your will? Really? Yeah, you're that important. You're that important. But you can't refrain from indiscriminate sexual activity. You can't refrain from high fructose corn syrup if it could cure your diabetes, right? Think about that, okay? All these distractions, addictions, that's cool, they're there, that's great. But what is your role in learning true power and true magic? Don't you think it takes a wee bit of discipline on some level? Like, most of y'all are parents, right? So what are you gonna just give the keys to your car to your child just because they're your child? Or are you going to make sure that they have established discipline, safety habits, right? The ability to come home at the time that you're expected to be home. Like, rules for discipline are in place for a reason. Yeah, religions got it wrong. But that doesn't mean that the opposite is true. Okay, the 7 deadly sins are real. If you cannot control your ability to hoard or gorge yourself, gluttony, right? Then why would you be entrusted with the ability of magic, or things that, true magic, I should say, because anybody, look, we're always influencing shit with our words, our thoughts, all the time, whether we're aware of it or not, okay? Like, in fact, things have been so off the hook for me. I think of something and then it happens, and okay, sorry, camera died, and I didn't have another charged battery, but I kind of think that's Spirit's way of telling me to shut the fuck up. So, with that being said, if you don't have the ability to sacrifice one whimsical, frivolous, physical desire, then what, how much do you expect to be given? Like, I mean, in sacrifice, it isn't really that bad of a word. Sometimes you put your money in a can while you're homeless to get a down payment for somewhere, instead of get your nails or your hair or more convenient things. Sometimes you put down a $7 a day coffee habit, or a cable bill, or instead of buying $13 packs of cigarettes, roll your own, or put down alcohol, or you know what I mean? Sometimes, I mean, I know some people that, like, if they don't find their favorite baby wipes, they're freaking out. Like, can you do without every single entitled convenience and still stay true to your path? And is your path a priority, or is it a Facebook or Instagram discussion, or look how cool I am on YouTube kind of thing? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, all right, that's it. Seriously, I was already disconnected, so I'll disconnect myself now. Thanks. Have a good day, and I'll see you later. Bye.